For the 16th year in a row, the professional bull riders are bringing the nationally televised Built Ford Tough Series to Albuquerque for the Ty Murray Invitational.
And this weekend, the top 35 bull riders in the world will compete against the toughest bulls on the planet for more than $140,000 in cash prizes.
Yeah, and we have
a lot of money.
Yeah, and we have the guys right here. They're doing it. 9-time world champion rodeo cowboy and PBR founder and president Ty Murray joins us this morning, as well as PBR fan favorites McCoy and Renato Nunes. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Thanks for being here.
We're so glad to have you guys, and we're going to have so much fun talking about bull riding, and then later on the show we're going to show some wrecks too, which is always, well, it's fun for us to watch, but I don't know about you guys. But we're going to take a look at that coming up. Now, Ty, you're the founder of the Professional Bull Riders, which began 20 years ago with 20 bull riding athletes. What inspired you to launch PBR, and how has it evolved over the years?
Well, you know, we wanted to get together and we wanted to create a sport with the sport of bull riding that would guarantee fans that every time they tuned into an event, they were going to see the very best guys in the world. And, you know, in bull riding, this is the highest level. These are the very best guys, and every time you come to an event, they're also facing the very best bulls. And, you know, that's part of what makes it so exciting. You don't, in NASCAR, you don't want to see Jimmy Johnson drive a 72 station wagon.
Right.
No, I don't want to see that.
So, and what inspired you to start this, though? That's a
we got together and we wanted to. That's the thing. We wanted to make all of the decisions in the sport based on what was better for the fans, and providing them a followable sport that they could tune in every week on television, and be able to follow the very best guys. Where before the PBR, it was just kind of random. You know, it was. Right. You'd watch rodeo, you might see guys that you knew, or you might not, or it was just too random and spread out and too many, where this is more of a concentrated season. And like I said, you know, our fans every week when they turn on the TV, they're getting to see the guys that they know are the best and have a chance to follow them throughout the season.
It is, and it's exciting to watch on TV. I know whenever I flip it on, it's hard to take your eyes off of it. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch you guys do what you do. You know, earlier, you know, I shook hands with you guys. You can always tell a bull rider by their handshake. It's like ironclad. But Ty, if you would walk us through, what is your role as the president of PBR?
Well, I'm on the board of directors, and you know, the PBR pretty much runs itself now. I mean, other than the day-to-day business, but the framework is established. The Built Ford Tough Series, which is the highest level, which is what's here in Albuquerque. These are the best guys, and then we have a touring pro division that's underneath that. So after every 5 events, the bottom guys are dropped off the tour, and the top guys from the touring pro division are brought up, and that just ensures that we always have the cream of the crop at the highest level. And you know what's so fun for us bringing this to Albuquerque is whenever you get a chance to see this sport live. You know, like you're talking about seeing it on TV, it's amazing, and it looks very powerful on television. But when you see it live, especially in the pit, you'll be blown away at how fast this game is.
I didn't know they had venues like this at the pit. That's going to be
that is awesome. I cannot wait to see that. And of course, we have some pro riders here, some of the top ones. Of course, we have Cord, you're from Oklahoma, and we also have Renato from Brazil. So you're kind of from all over the place. Cord, I'll start with you first. How did you get started in this, and what made you want to just?
Well, I mean, I think to start with, it was a family affair. My dad, he rode bulls and had 3 older brothers that were all riding in junior rodeos. And I got on my first calf in a rodeo when I was 5 years old, and kind of grew up, you know, riding for fun. But it became real when I was about a sophomore in high school. I started making a living riding bulls. I won a truck and a trailer, and it became a profession. I got a full ride scholarship to go to Southwestern Oklahoma State University. And after college, I never did fill out a resume. I just went straight on into the PBR.
That is awesome. Were you ever scared?
Oh yeah, I'm still scared. Some of the best rides I've ever made, I was scared to death. But that's my dad told me one time. He's like, the safest spot in bull riding is on top. So you know, sometimes you can take that fear and use it to your advantage.
Okay. What about you, Renato? What's your story into getting into bull riding?
I have 4 brothers older than me. You know, they rode bulls before, and I saw how good they did, you know, and I watched TV in Brazil too, and I saw Ty, and I saw like move from Lane Frost and 8 Second, and that's why I want to be right here in the United States, and that's why I come. And
so the movie 8 Seconds has an influence on you?
Yeah, I saw it over there, and I watched, and I got very excited to be like those guys, and I come here, and in the first event I went to challenge event, I met tough Hidma. And, you know, I say, oh, I watch that guy on TV and stuff. And after I meet Ty Murray, and I say, if I'm here, I'm good enough for, like, to compete with those guys too, you know?
Absolutely. Well, we're really glad to have you on here this morning talking to us, and then of course we look forward to seeing you guys.
So this sounds like that's a commonality of sort of being born into this. So that's no different for you, Ty. You were basically born into this business and excelled at an early age, becoming one of the youngest PRCA all-around rodeo cowboys. What do you feel, in your opinion, are the highlights of your career?
Well, for me, when I was growing up, the most famous rough stock riding cowboy was a guy named Larry Mahan, and he was my idol, my hero, and he was able to win 6 all-around world championships. So at a very young age, I declared that I wanted to win 7, and that was, you know, that was kind of the driving force behind my career, and that's what I worked for every day. That's what I worked through injuries for. And you know, definitely when I was able to win that 7th all-around championship, that was a big, you know, to realize a dream like that takes you, you know, your whole career to achieve. It's very self-satisfying.
I am sure, and we have some clips of you in action too. Some good stuff here. Some of this video. This is you, I think, in
the day that he wants payback. He wants to ride something.
This was in Greensboro.
Come on, Ty.
Oh, this is back in Albuquerque.
Oh, that's here.
Yeah.
That's some. I'm surprised that's not in black and white. That was yeah, this is when the PBR was, you know, kind of first getting off the ground, and but the sport remains the same. It's
here we go.
You know, it's about trying to have a counter move for every move that the bull has, and constantly trying to.
So this is in Greensboro.
This is in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, that last one was actually here in Albuquerque.
In Albuquerque, yeah. This one in Greensboro, North Carolina. Gosh, but you know, you're not getting thrown to the ground. I mean, you're hopping right up there, and then more action here.
This is where it went downhill for me right here. I was not cut out to be a dancer.
That's you with Chelsea Hightower on season 8. That was Dancing with Stars.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a fun experience and a really tough experience.
Which is harder?
I'll tell you what, I'll put that right with it as far as the technicality of it. And you're trying to get to a world-class level of dancing in a very short amount of time. And we'd practice 8 hours a day every day for 4 months, and I'll tell you, I got all the dancing I could stand.
I hear you. And Cord, don't think you're going to get off that easy. We also have some clips of you as well. This is you on a bucking machine in Oklahoma City.
Oh, heck yeah. This bull,
Look at
actually,
that.
I've seen him from a young age and been wanting to get on him for a long time. But he is electric. But he's the kind of bull, if you stay on, you're going to win a lot of money.
Yes, sir. And here you are riding Pure Smoke up in Anaheim.
Yeah, this is also a good bull that you'd kind of get the scouting report on for a long time. This bull had won over $250,000 in bull competition as well, so excited to have him by my name.
And we didn't want you to feel left out, so here we also have a clip of you and your brother, Jet, on the Amazing Race. You're checking out your luxurious accommodations here in China. Tell us about the Amazing Race experience. What was that like?
Well, it's a race around the world, and you know, I tell you what, sometimes that bed right there looked real good just to be able to lay down and sleep for a while.
I bet. That sounds like a lot of fun. And Renato, you were a world champion.
Yes, I am.
And your career earnings add up to nearly $2.4 million. What motivates you to go from here?
Like from here?
From here.
Work cows in Brazil. Be a ranch cowboy, and you know, but I'm not done yet, and I hope I win again. I win one more time, 2 more time. That's why I'm here. Try to be my best, you know, try to do the best I can.
Let's take a look at you riding Delco in New York.
Gosh, how does that not hurt?
After the 2011 World Final, because I had surgery last year, and those guys think Renato is not going to get back. And after I did that ride, I think everybody said Renato's here.
In Oklahoma City on
Rock and
Roll. Wow.
Almost.
That was close.
Almost.
That was close.
Yeah, almost.
It looked so, I mean, do you guys get whiplash after that?
No.
No?
Yeah, I saw some guys do that.
They get whiplash?
Yeah, like bareback horse. Yeah, but I don't.
No?
Suppose because I ride
you're,
like
you're tough.
like
You're perfect, right, when you ride? Well, of course, you know what we're going to have coming up next, too. You guys were all looking really good there, but we're going to have some crash video. And we're going to talk about how how it works and and some tips maybe for bull riding? Maybe you can let us
You know
know
we got to
some
ride
secrets.
tonight, right?
What?
We know we got to ride tonight, don't you?
Yes.
Don't watch too many crash videos.
Thank you guys for being here. We know you can't stay, Ty, but these guys aren't going anywhere after the break. When we come back, Cord and Renato will be talking with us about bull riding basics, and we'll see what happens when the bull wins.
Actually, yeah, stick around.
We're back, and if you're just joining us, the professional bull riders are bringing the nationally televised Built for Tough series to the pit this weekend. Fan favorites Cord McCoy and Renato Nunes are here with us.
And when it comes to bull riding, this is the big event, and it's right here in Albuquerque. So we're so excited to have you guys talk to you more about this. Now, let's talk about riding. So, what's the trick? How do you stay on this huge 2-ton animal?
For me,
Yeah, I want to know too. I'm write this down.
For me, the first thing I gotta have good draws, you know, because if I have the best bulls, like the buck one, nobody won, that's don't have no trick for stay on that bull, you know. You gotta have luck and hitting buck so good, and you know, because have like bushwhack and asteroid, those bulls you don't have like plane to get on those bulls.
Sure.
You just have to get on and be sure, be like lock for him not buck too hard like he does like sometimes.
So does it depend on the bull that you're riding? Is that really important?
It's a little bit, but the good thing about the Built for Tough series, it is the top 35 bull riders in the world matched against the best bulls in the world, and they try to keep the pen of bulls even, where everybody has equal opportunity to compete. But the tough thing is that there's 35 bulls out tonight, and there's 35 tough ones out tonight.
So everybody has the equal opportunity to take a beating as well.
Yeah.
Do you get to pick which one?
No, there's
Okay,
no. It's actually just a computer random draw tonight for the bulls. So.
Well, in your career, you've taken quite a beating. In fact, about 8 years ago, saddle bronc riding, you were kicked in the head by a horse's hoof, and then you were placed in a medically induced coma to allow your brain the time to recover. And in that process, you had to relearn basic motor skills, learning how to speak, ride horses, and of course bulls. Yeah. Were you at all a little hesitant in getting back into the game?
Oh yeah, I mean, to start with, when I first woke up, I was more happy to be alive than
Sure.
you know, to worry about riding a bull again. But it seemed like the further we would go from that date, you know, the more I craved to get on again and to ride again.
It's in your blood.
You know, now I just put a helmet on and go at it. It's kind of one of those deals. I figured if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out doing something I
What you love,
There
exactly.
you go. I like that. Now, what about you, Renato? Have you taken any nasty? I'm sure you've taken some spills, but any really nasty ones?
No, not like Cord McCoy, but just broke bones and stuff like that.
Just broke
Just broke some
He's
bones.
way tougher than I am.
Oh, you guys are tough. And we have some video of the wreckage. Is that a technical term?
Wreckage?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Okay, here it is. This might be tough to watch.
What are some common injuries?
Oh, that's my buddy Pistol.
Oh,
Yeah. This
so hard
this is bad.
What are some of the common injuries, guys?
Well, that's not a common injury right there, but he broke both legs in that ride right there. I don't know if you can tell when he gets up and walks off.
He
This
walks
is my
off.
buddy Renato.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all my
There you are. I thought you hadn't taken any nasty beatings.
Get off there.
Yeah, he's tough. I'm telling you.
Is it hard to watch yourself get hit like that?
No, you got mean. You want to get on the book again.
Yeah, you feel like you kind of owe him
I
one.
like it.
No,
I guess
what
that's
is
the
the
mentality
thing that
of
you guys hold on to? It's called a flank strap. Can you explain that?
That would be just the bull rope.
Yeah, bull
And actually
rope.
it goes around, you can tell like the girth of the bull, and you wrap it around your hand. So you're kind of tying yourself in a little bit. You see
Right.
some of these guys when they're coming off, then they're trying to get their hand out. And it's not that he doesn't want to open his hand. Sometimes you're kind of tied in there.
It looks like he's kind of stuck in there.
Yeah,
Does that-
that's just for a second. That's what it's danger, because you know it'll jerk you underneath the bull, and then the most dangerous thing is the bull's feet. You know, because they got 1,800 pounds behind them.
What's making them go so crazy?
Yeah.
Bucking like that.
Most of them are just bred to buck. I mean,
Okay.
you know, they come from generations. They have American Bucking Bull Incorporated, which does DNA on all the bulls, you know, to prove their heritage, I guess.
Sure.
Most an inherited trait. To
Yeah,
buck.
yeah.
Huh.
They're just bred to
How
buck.
long do you guys have to stay on that animal?
8 seconds. You have to do 8 seconds.
Just like the movie, right?
Then you're judged.
And then you're judged. So what are you judged on at that point? So, you know, several of you make it 8 seconds. Then what? How do they determine?
Well, what you do is you judge on how hard the bull bucks, on how hard he kicks, he
That's how
turns,
they
he
rate it?
spins, and then how the bull rider matches his moves. So you know, it's the combination of the rider and the bull.
Now, even if you stay on the bull, you can still be disqualified. Why is that?
Well, there's several different rules. You have to just use one hand. Like if you come in contact with the bull at any time with your free hand, it's a 0.
What's a perfect score?
Well, I guess hypothetically, if 1 to 25 was for the bull and 125 for the rider on the left, and the same on the right, 100 points would be the perfect score. But it's hard for the bull to be perfect and the rider to be perfect. I mean, if the bull was perfect, the rider couldn't ride him, and vice versa. So
that makes a lot of sense. So what about judging? How do they pick the judges?
You pick the judges.
He picks the judges?
No. It's crazy because you know the PBR sets up the judges. You know, send the judges to the event. But you know, sometimes you don't get along with. It's not that you don't get along with them. You know, you disagree with their
decision making.
Decisions. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like a referee in a basketball game.
You're like, what
sometimes
happened?
they lean
Come
one way,
on.
sometimes they lean the other. The good thing about the PBR is, you know, at the Built for Tough series events, they started a new thing. You can actually challenge the, you know, the judge's call. It's cost me $500 2 or 3 times.
Can any bull rider ride in these competitions?
Well, it's only the top 35 bull riders get to ride each weekend, and actually we got a, you know, like Ty was saying earlier, you know, that comes from the Challenger events coming up. So we got a couple new guys this weekend. One of the best Indian riders coming to town this weekend.
Wow.
All right, well, here's all the information you need to know to go check this out. It's this weekend at Sandia Resort and Casino, PBR.com, and you can get tickets at UNMtickets.com. Guys, thanks so much for coming on this morning, and the best of luck to both of you.
Thanks
Yes.
a bunch.
I hope you
you
get a
guys.
tough bull, and I hope you ride it toughly.
And also, it's National Puppy Day, and we've got plenty of cute and cuddly puppies up for adoption. That's what's up next on New Mexico Style.